Imagine this. You walk into a dealership, trade in your car, and walk away thinking you got a good deal. But 1 year later you realize you owe $15,000 more than the car is worth, and there's no way out. That's not just a worst-case scenario. That's becoming the norm for millions of Americans. The car market has quietly become a financial trap, one that's draining bank accounts, trashing credit scores, and even leading some into bankruptcy. And here's the kicker. It's about to get worse. We're seeing a wave of auto loan defaults, unsold inventory piling up, layoffs across major manufacturers, and now, Trump's new 25% tariff just took effect. This isn't just about expensive cars anymore. It's about a collapsing system. Just before we take a deep dive, it's imperative that you hit that like button and subscribe so you get notified the minute we produce another game-changing video that affects your finances. I promise you will appreciate it. Now buckle up and let's get into this. Chapter 1. The 1.7 trillion auto debt crisis. Let's start with the big number, 1.7 trillion. That's the total amount of auto loan debt Americans are currently carrying, according to the New York Fed. It's an all-time high. And what's fueling that debt? A combination of sky-high car prices, ballooning interest rates, and longer loan terms, some stretching as far as 84 months. Worse, nearly 1 in 4 trade-ins are upside down, meaning the person trading in owes more on the loan than the car is worth. The average negative equity on these loans, a record $6,838, and in many cases it's over $10,000. We've turned cars once seen as assets into financial time bombs. This isn't sustainable. Chapter 2. How COVID broke the market. To understand how we got here, let's rewind to 2020. During the pandemic, automakers slashed production, forecasting lower demand. But then came stimulus checks and 0% interest rates, which sent consumer demand skyrocketing. At the same time, chip shortages and supply chain chaos led to vehicle shortages. Fewer cars plus more demand equals price explosion. From 2021 to 2023, 82% of buyers paid over MSRP for new cars. Used cars? They were priced 30 to 50% above normal, and in some insane cases, more than their brand new counterparts. A Ford Bronco that retailed at $38,000 sold for $83,000 in some markets. That's a $45,000 markup. Just imagine the loan payments. Chapter 3. The financing trap. Banks also played their part. In 2021, lending standards plummeted, allowing banks to hand out loans to underqualified applicants to keep the economy stimulated. Result? Americans financed cars at inflated prices, and now, 2 to 3 years later, they're deeply underwater. Take this real Reddit example. A guy bought a Tesla Model Y for $72,000 in early 2022. By mid-2023, Tesla slashed prices. His car's value dropped to $38,000, but he still owed $52,000. That's $14,000 in negative equity just gone. Multiply that story by millions, and you've got a bubble. Chapter 4. The monthly payment nightmare. Let's break down just how unaffordable this has become. Average new car payment, $742 a month. 1. In 6 pay over $1,000 month. Used car interest rates, 11.6%. Insurance premiums, up 50% in just 4 years. Here's a real-world comparison. In 2021, a $31,000 Honda Accord with 2.5% interest, plus $150 month insurance, issues £611 month. In 2025, same car with 6.3% interest plus £225 month insurance, equals £731 month over 5 years. That's a difference of $7,200. 23% more for the exact same vehicle. And that's not even accounting for maintenance or fuel. This is why Americans are defaulting. And just when it couldn't get worse, dealers can't even move their inventory. Cars are sitting on lots rotting, while manufacturers are laying off thousands. We're not just in a slump. We're watching a slow-motion collapse. Let me show you the warning signs. Chapter 5. The inventory flood. In 2022, new car inventory was at an all-time low, less than 18 days of supply. Now, It's over 90 days for many brands. Some lots have hundreds of unsold cars just sitting. In total, over 3 million unsold vehicles are clogging dealer networks. Even with 7.7% average incentives, customers aren't biting. Why? Because they can't afford to, or they're already trapped in a bad loan. Either way, it's a disaster for dealers. Chapter 6, the industry collapse. Let's talk panic. Nissan profits down 90%. 9,000 global layoffs announced. Attempted merger with Honda. Collapse Stellantis, Ford, VW. Also downsizing. Nissan even cut production capacity by 20%, and their CEO took a 50% pay cut just to keep the lights on. This is what happens when even legacy automakers can't survive. And this signals one thing: the entire sector is in trouble. Chapter 7. Trump's tariff time bomb. Enter the wild card. Trump's 25% tariff on all imported vehicles and parts, now in effect. Axios reports this could affect 45% of all cars in the US. That includes 3.6 million vehicles made in Canada, Mexico, 3.7 million imported from Japan, Korea, EU. The US International Trade Commission predicts these tariffs will cut auto imports by 74%, raise prices by at least 5%, likely more. But here's the kicker. Even if the actual cost hike is small, consumer psychology will inflate it. Ferrari already raised prices 10%. Mainstream brands, they'll follow. Tariffs aren't just bad timing. They're like throwing gas on an already burning financial dumpster fire. Final warning, it's not over yet. So, what does this all mean? The average American is stuck between a collapsing car value, a growing mountain of debt, sky-high loan rates, loan application denials, rising insurance premiums, a crumbling auto industry. This isn't just a correction, it's a systemic breakdown. If you're already underwater on your loan, the worst thing you can do is double down. Don't trade it in, don't stretch your budget. Wait it out, and if you're looking to buy a car, I strongly suggest you hold off. Prices may drop dramatically if interest rates hold, inventory continues to spike, and demand falls even more. But the tariffs? That's the wild card. So if you've been affected by inflated car prices, bad loans, or insurance spikes, drop a comment. I want to hear your story. Like, subscribe, and share this with someone who's thinking about buying a car right now. You could literally save them thousands. I'll see you in the next one. Stay smart, stay prepared, and don't let the car market bankrupt you.